Hi everyone. Today we're going to explore the Velvet Experiments API by testing the performance of two OpenAI models on JSON outputs using a Google Sheet. Here we are querying our own database to get 5 random logs. We got our system prompt, the user prompt, as well as the response from the OpenAI API. We also added an additional query to extract the search type from within our JSON object. Using SQL will help you gather the necessary data for your experiment. We can take this SQL query and run a JSON experiment directly using our API. Paste the SQL query and click send to run. This will allow you to leverage your log data and our experiment API without leaving your engineering workflow. If you need to make adjustments to the data, Velvet supports importing a CSV file. Let's export the SQL results as a CSV file and open it in Google Sheets so we can add custom inputs to the data. Click this button, export all CSV, and here is a Google Sheet with the exported CSV. Here we can make any necessary adjustment directly in the sheet. We are working with a prompt given a user query whose job is to determine if the user query is searching for companies or people, and it will respond with a JSON format of search type companies or search type people. And we have a few variation of different types of user prompt over here and a few log of different LLM prompts that the LLM has returned historically. What I will do next is create a new column expected. This is going to be our custom evaluation metric that we will build using our own JavaScript code. We're going to parse the output of the LLM, get the search type value, and compare it with the value in this column. So you can see the formula here of how I did this. Now, with all of this in place, we can run this experiment that includes both your log data and your own custom evaluation metric. Here, I have set up a configuration for our experiment that includes a system prompt, a user prompt, and that tests the performance of two OpenAI models on JSON inputs. And we're testing GPT 3.5 Turbo and GPT 4o Mini. And this is the share link of our Google Sheet that we looked at earlier. The way this works is any of these columns that I have here inside my Google Sheet becomes variables that now I can reference inside my configuration object. For example, system prompt is a column in my Google Sheet, and user prompt is another column in my Google Sheet, and I can just inject them directly into the prompt of the configuration. So let's run this experiment here. By running this experiment, we'll get back an ID, and we can see the raw data of the experiment directly inside our own database. This allows you to build your own analytics dashboard with SQL and analyze the experiment in more detail. Let's view the result of the experiment inside our UI. Here you can see our response, our user prompt, our system prompt, all clearly labeled. And you can dig in and see exactly what it is comparing against the JavaScript code that we specified earlier and all the different latency and token results right inside the UI. And we support a lot more. Head over to docs.usevelvet.com for more examples on different types of evaluation our API supports. From sentiment-based metrics like is this funny to numerical metrics like is this shorter than 500 characters or custom metrics like your own code, it's designed to meet your needs. Stay tuned for continuous monitoring features coming in the future.